Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're welcome back to Adamma Atelier. If this is your first time stopping by, you are most definitely welcome. Welcome to the family. Please subscribe, like, and also share. When you like this video, it tells YouTube that this video is valuable. You learn something from this video, and it will also push it to other fashion preneurs, fashion enthusiasts, fashionistas out there for them to learn. So guys, we'll be learning how to sew a pleated skirt. We'll be learning how to calculate it, how to calculate your weight size, how to add your pleats to the fabric before you even start cutting, so that way you don't even have any mistake. You're going to learn how to calculate the pleats that you want, then you're going to add it, and you're also going to know how to match that with the size of your waist. So we're going to be adding a waistband to the pleated skirt. After we finish, I'm also going to be adding lining because this fabric is very light and is a little bit transparent. So we'll be learning how to sew a pleated skirt with the lining and also with a band. I also went ahead to make a small top for the dress. This is just a small butterfly top from the remaining fabric I had left. I'll also be showing you guys how to sew the butterfly blouse, but our main focus will be on how to sew a pleated skirt. So guys, if that is what you will like to learn, just stick through and keep on watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So to make this very easy for you to understand, I have gone ahead to write it down. So I'm just going to do a vocal explanation. So the waist of this particular skirt of this particular person is 30 inches plus zip. 2 inches for zip and 2 inches is for zip allowance. You guys know that 2 inches is for zip, then 2 inches is for allowance, just a little bit of allowance at the back. You know, this is a round skirt, so there are no sides to it, so just 2 inches we're going to be leaving at the back. Then at the waist part of the end part of the skirt, we're not going to be pleating up to the zipper area, so we're just going to be pleating 2 inches away to the zip. So that is 2 inches on both sides, making 4 inches. Then the pleats we're going to be using, total of the pleats is going to just be 2 inches. We're just going to be pleating 1 inch on top of 1 inch, that is 2 inches in total. Then when we add it together, okay, first of all, we take out the 4 inches for the waist end. This is the 4 inches that we minus, making 26 inches. Since we are not going to be pleating up to the end of the zip, we are going to minus that 2 inches on both sides. We are not going to be pleating, so giving us 26 inches. Then the 2 inches pleats, which is just 1 inch on top of another 1 inch pleats, times 26, that is on the 26 of the pleated area, so giving us 52 inches, plus the total waist, which is 30 inches. We now have 30. So this is for getting the total fabric that we're going to be cutting. We now have 82, plus 4 inches for the waist end part, which we're not going to be pleating, giving us 86, plus another 2 inches for the zip, that is 88. So meaning that a person of waist 30 is going to be using around 2.5 yards of fabric to get a round pleated skirt, which the pleats are just going to be 1 inch on top of another 1 inch, making 2 inches in total. Then the length of the skirt is 42 minus 2 inches for band. We now have 40 inches. So guys, this is we're going to be cutting 2.5 yards of fabric, or it's 8 inches width of fabric, then length of 40 inches for the skirt and 2 inches for the band. So that is what we're going to go ahead to do right now. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut out the fabric, so 40 inches in length. Then for the waist end part, which I earlier told you guys I'm going to be adding 2 inches. Yes, everything is 88 inches, but I later added 5 inches extra for my swing allowance, just in case I add weight later or something like that. So I don't run, because I really love this fabric, so in case of that, so I added 2.5 inches sewing allowance on each side, that is 5 inches, plus my 1 inch sewing allowance for zip. Then my waist end still remain 2 inches apart from the zip area. So I'm just going to be labeling that out before I start my pleating process. This is sewing allowance and this is zip, then which is 2 inches away from my zip where my pleating is going to start there. So this is my 1 inch to this is 2 inches, this is 1 inch. Then how my pleat is going to be, I'm going to be taking this one I'm going to put it right here. This is just tiny pleats I want around the skirt. So this is just how it's going to be. There, I have that. Then from this point where I have this 2 inches mark, I'm going to come here again. I'm going to mark 1 inch. I'm going to mark another 1 inch here, making 2 inches. Then I'm going to take this and go to this place. So this is how the whole pleating process is going to go, so that I come at my end goal, which is 30 inches of my waist. So this is just taking, let me do that again so you guys will see. This is where my 2 inches end. I'm going to come here. I'm going to come here. Then I'm going to go like so. Add it here. Then so. Then do the same thing again. But I'm coming from here. I'm going to mark another 2 inches and I'm going to be doing it like that. 2 inches. Then I'm going to take from this inch here, place here, so. Then from this 2 inches mark that I already have here, I'm going to take note of my 1 inch, then my 2 inch here. Then I am going to take this one, come here and meet my 1 inch, and that is how I'm going to go round, going round. Then from these 2 inches again, I'm going to mark 2 inches, then mark my 1 inch, then I'm just going to be going like so. So that is how the pleat is going to go. So guys, hope you guys understand. So I'm going to go ahead now to the sewing machine while holding my chalk and my measuring tape, so I don't make any mistake. I'm just going to go exactly the way I indicated till I get to the waist, the end parts, taking note of my extra 2.5 inches allowance at the end, 1 inch for zip, and 2 inches apart from where the pleating is going to start from. So guys, we have pleated our skirt. So just as you can see, I'm still getting to iron it. There's light now, so you can see that I'm done with the pleat. So just so you know, don't start your pleats like this. If you're doing this kind of by the left kind of pleat, don't start it like this at the end. It must close like this at both ends. So I later added 1 more pleat to close it like this at the edge, just like it's here, so that our extra space, you're not going to be having an open pleat close. We're not going to be having an open pleat close to the zipper area. I don't know if you guys understand. Make sure that the pleats closed close to the left hand side and to the right hand side. You should not have an open pleat towards your zip area. So just get what I'm trying to explain. So that's why I have to close after ending the pleat here. This close, you can see, just like as it is. The same thing, I came here to add 1 more pleat to close it towards where the skirt is. So I added 1 more pleat. If not, I'm supposed to have 26, but because of the 1 more pleat I added, what I have total is 27. So in order for my waist to be more snatched, I'm not going to be doing 2 inches away from my zip. I'm going to be doing just 1 inch away from my zip, because I want this skirt is going to be at my upper waist area, so that it clinches my waist very well. I'm going to be doing 1 inch away, then 1 inch for zip. 1 inch away from this where my zip is going to be, then this is going to be 2 inches for my sewing allowance. Same thing I'm going to be doing from here, 1 inch away from the end of the pleat, then my zip is going to be here, then I'm having 2 inches for my sewing allowance. So I'm going to go ahead right now to cut out the band. I'm going to be doing that off camera, so that doesn't make this video too long. I'm going to be doing a band. So also guys, this is the zip that we're going to be using. I'm going to be using the full length of the zip. So after attaching my zip, which is, I'm going to be stopping here. After attaching my zip, then I'm going to sew down to the end of the skirt. I'm going to sew down to the end of the skirt. Then after attaching the zip, taking note of the allowance I want to leave at the end, then I'll now add my band. So guys, I'm gonna head to do my band. I use a cotton stay so that I can get some weight on this band because of how light the fabric is. So like I said, our band is a little, or just 2 inches wide. Then I measured round the pleats. I measured round the pleats to get the exact length. Then I'm just going to go ahead right now to the sewing machine. I am going to cover it like so. I'm going to I'm going to sew the band around the skirt, and it's going to be like this. I'm going to cover my seams with the band, and this is how it's going to be like. So after that, our dress. So guys, this is the lycra fabric we are going to be using for the skirts. So on camera this looks like too shiny, but this is actually navy blue. Like, this is actually the color of this blue. This is the same color, but on camera this might be looking a bit sharper than what it actually is. So I have already gone ahead to include my zipper. Most of you guys might like to do like an invisible zip, depends on you, but just for ease of, maybe in case I want to lose this dress furthermore, because of I allowed a quite a large seam allowance, so I am going to. So guys, for our lining, you will be using the same 2.5 yards that we used for the skirt, so that you have enough ease inside the skirt and you'll not be feeling too uncomfortable. If you don't have up to 2.5 yards, I would say that you use 1.8 yards or 1.5 yards. Then you'll be pleating in the same way you pleated the skirts. Then you now attach it to the real skirt. So guys, right now I am just going ahead to get the exact waist round that I have for this skirt. Then I am after getting my 2.5 yards of lycra fabric, after pleating, I will make sure that I have the exact waist of the skirt, so that I'm going to just sew it together with my band. So that is what I am doing right now. After getting your 2.5 inches of fabric, your lycra fabric, then you pleat it the same way we pleated the skirt. You can even add an extra 2 inches after pleating, because the skirt is a boogers flat skirt, so that you don't have any uneasiness while you're wearing the skirt that is inside, or feeling heat, so that the lycra will not be having direct contact with your skin. So I'm just going to go ahead right now to measure the exact 2.5 yards I need for the lycra fabric. Then I'm going to go to the sewing machine and I'm going to pleat it the same way I pleated the exact skirts. If you don't have up to, if you're managing your underwear, that is if you're managing your lining, you can use 1.8 yards. You can use 1.8 yards. I would just suggest 1.8 yards, so that you have enough ease inside the skirt. Then you just pleat it here and there inside the skirt, so that you can be able to have enough space. So I have gone ahead right now to cut it. Then I'm going to go to the sewing machine right now to add it to the skirt. But before that, leave an opening for my zipper allowance. I'm going to be sewing it like this to meet my back. Then I'm going to be leaving 8 inches, which is my zipper allowance for the zip. Then I'm going to sew this down, leave a little bit of opening at the edge, then leave 8 inches for my opening here for my zipper allowance to sit on. So I'm just going to go to the sewing machine right now for you guys to see it. Then after leaving the 8 inches for the zip, I'm going to hem these both areas, so that my sewing space, my sewing is neat. So I'm just going to do that right now for you guys to see. Guys, I have gone ahead to add the lining. You see I left 9 inches for my zip, so this is how it looks like. So when I zip it from inside, this is how it's going to be. So we're going to be having an opening for our zipper space. Then at the edge, I just hemmed it a little bit. I didn't finish it. I hemmed it a little bit, but I had to use it so that it's not too hard for me to walk. Then I hemmed the down parts of the lining, the lycra lining. So right now I'm just going to go ahead now to put our band, and we'll be done. So guys, this thing, whenever if you're using the transparent material, try to use the darker a darker cotton stay. I didn't like this white because it's kind of showing a little bit and it made the fabric look a little bit faint, but it's nothing to worry about. So I'm just going to go ahead right now to add our band and we should be done with our skirts. Hi guys, so I've gone ahead to add the band and this is it. So I'm just going to go ahead right now to iron it so it lays down flat. So this is the band. This is pleats. See the way it came out to look. So we are officially done. As I've gone ahead to sew the sides just like I showed you guys. So you can see whenever you're doing this, make sure that you're using a closer thread to the fabric. I used the navy blue thread for it, so you might not even be seeing it at all. So I've gone ahead to sew out the 2.75 inches out, leaving my sleeve opening open. So the same thing I did for this part as well. I really like this actually came with the fabric, so I decided to use this as my hemline. So I really like this weaving. So I'm going to weave the same whites, the same type of outer weaving design for the sides. I'm going to do it for the both sides. So, and our crop butterfly top will be ready to be worn with our skirts. So guys, this is how our beautiful dress came out to look like. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned a thing or two, please subscribe to the channel, like, and also share. Comment your thoughts and let me know if you actually made this pleated skirt and with lining, and let me know how it came out to be. Also, I'll be making a video on how to sew a butterfly blouse or a butterfly top or a butterfly gown on the next video. I actually lost the first file and I just had to upload the remaining one just for you guys to understand how I made the full complete dress. So before that, I have not weave the sides of the blouse, but I'll do that later. But just so you guys see how beautiful the pleats came out to look like, you can actually make yours and comment below and let me know how it came out to look. Thank you guys. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, Adamma Atelier, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.